What if I told you the world's most dangerous biological threat isn't a lab-made virus, but a mixture of flammable gases you're carrying around with you right now? Yep, literally right now. I'm talking about farts. Chemistry says every human is basically a walking reactor full of methane and hydrogen. So, would we explode? Would we suffocate? Would the Earth be destroyed? You might laugh at first, but once you realize this synchronized event has the potential to reduce an entire city to ashes, that smile is going to disappear real fast. All right, my friends, it's time to tighten your masks, because today we're diving into one of the deadliest and definitely the smelliest MERVIMO videos ever. Let's start with the raw numbers. The human body is basically a moving chemical factory. A healthy person produces somewhere between half a liter and 1.5 liters of intestinal gas every day. But for this worldwide festival, let's assume everyone has been on a heavy diet of beans, broccoli, and carbonated drinks. And every single person is about to launch exactly 500 milliliters, or half a liter of pure gas in one single moment. So what do we have? 8 billion humans. Half a liter from each one. That gives us 4 billion liters of gas. To help you picture that, imagine filling 1,600 Olympic-sized swimming pools to the brim with a mixture of nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, methane, and of course, the masterpiece of terrible smells, hydrogen sulfide. The first shock isn't visual. It isn't even the smell. It's the sound. 3, 2, 1, boom. A normal fart produces somewhere around 10 to 20 decibels. But when 8 billion sound sources vibrate at the same time, you don't hear billions of little farts. Because of wave interference and different sound phases, you hear one enormous, ultra-low frequency hum, something resembling tectonic plates grinding together, or an endless rumble of thunder, as if the entire planet itself is growling. Birds literally panic. Dogs start howling. Sensitive seismic stations might even register a bizarre signal. And this isn't just sound. It's a pressure wave. 4 billion liters of gas suddenly pushing into the atmosphere, shoving the surrounding air in every direction. That creates a mild, but global shockwave. At this stage, windows and storefront glass within kilometers of the crowd begin vibrating violently. Old windows shatter. Storefront displays explode into pieces. Every car alarm in the area starts screaming simultaneously. The combination of that deep human hum and millions of car alarms creates a symphony straight out of hell. What about physical effects? People standing near the center don't just hear the sound, they feel it inside their chest. Those deep frequencies shake your diaphragm. Some people immediately become nauseous. And remember, we haven't even reached the smell yet. Ignore the odor for now. Many people lose their balance because of the vibration and collapse. Those packed tightly together may even suffer minor eardrum damage. Believe it or not, birds get affected too. The shock wave disrupts their navigation systems, and suddenly, the sky fills with confused crows and pigeons smashing into buildings. So far, nobody has smelled anything. The streets are covered in broken glass. Car alarms are screaming. People are holding their ears, stumbling everywhere, and that was only the first second. The real danger hasn't even started yet. A lot of people think humans are the enemy of the ozone layer because of methane. Maybe this hurts your feelings, but compared to the true kings of gas production, humans aren't even amateurs. According to official FAO statistics, there are roughly 1.5 billion cows on Earth. Here's the scary part. A cow's digestive system performs enteric fermentation. An average dairy cow produces somewhere between 250 and 500 liters of methane every single day. Yeah, you heard that correctly. One cow, in one day, produces about as much gas as you might produce over an entire lifetime. So even if all 8 billion humans farted simultaneously, the total methane released would probably equal only a few hours of gas production from the cattle population of a country like Argentina. So relax. Or maybe don't. That giant human fart cloud isn't going to accelerate global warming. Cows damage the atmosphere on a scale humans simply can't compete with. But that's only if everyone stays where they are. At home, at work, on the street. Before I tell you what happens next, hit the like button before you forget. Now, what if we gathered every human on Earth into one single location? Imagine squeezing the entire global population shoulder to shoulder, about 4 people per square meter, inside an area roughly the size of the U.S. state of Rhode Island. Everyone is ready. 3, 2, 1, fire. Within the very first second, 4 billion liters of gas erupt upward from ground level. We've already talked about that, but here's the problem. The gas doesn't instantly disappear. Human intestinal gases have different temperatures and densities. An invisible toxic cloud begins forming, right around neck level. And that's when the death zone appears. Let's examine the chemistry of that cloud. The main villain is hydrogen sulfide, that familiar rotten egg smell. But here's something most people don't know. At high concentrations, its behavior changes completely. Around 50 to 100 parts per million, your eyes burn intensely. The tissues of your eyes begin suffering damage. But when 4 billion liters of gas are released inside a densely packed area, temporary concentrations could shoot beyond 500 parts per million. Do you know what happens then? Your sense of smell shuts down completely. After just a few seconds, you stop smelling anything. You think the air has improved, but actually, the nerves inside your nose have simply stopped working. That calm feeling is the most dangerous part. If concentrations reach 1,000 parts per million, which is entirely possible near the center of the crowd, one deep breath is enough. Your central nervous system instantly shuts down. You collapse unconscious. Your breathing stops. It's like inhaling a room full of cyanide. So, how many casualties are we talking about? The real disaster isn't the smell. It's suffocation and crowd crush. Methane and carbon dioxide begin pushing oxygen away. Inside that packed crowd, oxygen levels fall below 10%. Millions of people simultaneously experience dizziness, hypoxia, and oxygen starvation. As the people in front collapse, the people behind panic. Everyone starts pushing, trying to escape. The result? The largest stampede in human history. Within the first 10 minutes, we could be looking at roughly 500 million dead or injured. Not just because of the gas, but because of panic and crushing pressure. Here's another terrifying fact. The entire planet has only around 30 million hospital beds. In this scenario, hundreds of millions of people suffer chemical burns, respiratory failure, cardiac arrest, brain injuries. There isn't a single emergency response system on Earth capable of treating even 1% of the victims. Doctors and nurses, they're trapped inside the crowd too. Essentially, civilization inside that region completely collapses for several hours. And now, we reach my favorite part, the explosion. Human intestinal gas contains hydrogen and methane. Both are highly flammable. When this enormous volume of gas is released, the mixture of fuel and air approaches what's known in chemical engineering as the lower explosive limit, the LEL. We now have an airborne fuel bomb the size of an entire city. All it takes is one person. Just one, making one stupid mistake, lighting a cigarette, flicking a lighter, or even a tiny spark caused by static electricity from someone's synthetic clothing. A gigantic fireball, nearly 2,000 degrees Celsius, races across the top of the crowd. This isn't an ordinary fire, it's an explosion wave. Hair instantly catches fire. Clothes begin melting. Now here's the question. How long does it take before people trapped in the middle can finally breathe fresh air again? That depends entirely on the weather. If the atmosphere is stable, and there's no wind, that heavy toxic cloud could remain near the ground for anywhere between 20 and 45 minutes. Do you know how long the human brain survives without oxygen? Just 4 minutes. So if the wind doesn't save us, most of the crowd will be brain dead long before they ever inhale fresh air again. In the end, if everyone stays scattered around the world, we get one incredibly embarrassing global moment and enough memes to last for decades. But if humanity unites and gathers in one place, our intestines become a weapon of mass destruction, more dangerous than a nuclear bomb. So next time you're standing in an elevator and someone lets one rip, don't get mad. Be grateful that another 8 billion people didn't join in. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to MERVIMO